Aussie Champions Soccer Cup. They sent me one. Yeah, exactly.
China's fucking hell, even to me, I was like, what is going on?
And well done to everybody in the grandstands and around the circuit. Keep it going around the world. We've been happy to get the best race on season back to good. We've been happy to in Queensland to be good that way our race last
Jack Doohan, you've just had that photo, the class of 2025. What does it mean to be here on this grid? You got the shaved head, it looks like you're here, and you mean business.
No, definitely. It's amazing, super special. The debut class 2025 here in Australia, it means so much. I'm just looking forward to getting stuck in and getting this all started.
What about the weather? Because it's been pretty torrential at times. It's backed off right now, but does that up the nerves for you?
Yes and no. At the end of the day, I'm just going to have to get stuck in them regardless of what it is. I'm comfortable in the wet. I haven't drove a Formula One car in the wet yet, but I look forward to doing it here.
From 14th on the grid, let's make our way down, shall we, as we get to go and do a parade lap. All these fans out here, what does that mean to you to be here? I mean, your dad is a famous MotoGP bike rider. Has he offered you some tips and advice of dealing with the expectation of the Aussie crowd?
I think just taking it all in, tunnel vision, focusing on the task at hand, and benefiting it from where we can. It's amazing to have such great support. We have such amazing fans, and I look forward to using that to my advantage.
Mate, go well out there. All these guys are cheering for you.
Cheers, thank you.
Charles, you got huge cheers from the crowd here. You had huge roars from the crowd as you walked into Melbourne Walk. What can you do for this amazing crowd who are supporting you out here today?
Yeah, it feels good, definitely. Every time we come to Melbourne, we have so much support as Ferrari drivers. It's everywhere, but in Melbourne, really a lot. So it feels good. It's going to be a very tricky day, and I don't know what we can give, but for sure we'll do our absolute best to try and win this race. It's going to be a tough one because starting from P7, we didn't make our life any easier. But yeah, at least coming back on the podium will be a good day today.
I know that things didn't quite go as planned yesterday in qualifying, and it's so early in the season, it's difficult to know what package you've got. But in wet conditions like this, it does really open things up a little bit, doesn't it?
It definitely does. I mean, there's definitely room to take a big opportunity today, and we'll try and use it. It's always very tricky in wet conditions, but we'll try to take advantage of it.
How do you change your approach when you're heading down to turn one when these conditions are so tricky? And I imagine there's going to be a bit of spray if it stays like this.
I mean, it's the first race of the year, so you've just got to be careful. I mean, you cannot win the race in turn one, so we'll try and get past that, and then from that moment onwards, we'll need the pace to try and come back in the front.
And just a few words in your own language to finish, please.
Oui, bah, ça a été un week-end qui avait bien commencé. Malheureusement, qu'hier, on n'a pas eu le résultat qu'on voulait en qualif, mais bon, c'est que le début. On va essayer de tout donner aujourd'hui pour essayer de revenir devant. Et je suis sûr que c'est possible, donc il faut rester optimiste. C'est que la première course, on va prendre les points qu'on peut aujourd'hui, et ensuite on travaillera à partir de cette base-là.
Great stuff. Good luck today, Charles. Thank you.
Well, Lando Norris, you're looking pretty chilly under there. How are you feeling after that pole position yesterday? You're making a habit of it, aren't you?
I try my best. I feel good. I mean, yeah, sketchy with the weather. I feel a little bit sorry for the fans who are sitting out here for so long, but I'm hoping that it won't be too bad later and the rain dies down. And yeah, we'll be able to get a good race in.
Do you sleep well at night after you put it on pole, or are you someone that's thinking about all 58 laps around here and trying to make sure you're the first car across the finish line as well?
No, I slept beautifully last night, so I'm good. Of course, yeah, nervous and anxious and excited at the same time. A good little mix, I would say. So, yeah, many question marks, many unknowns for today. It's a long race. Many things can happen. A lot of opportunities, but we're ready to go.
What's going to happen down into turn one? Because there's a bloke behind you, the local favourite here, or the local hope, I should say. What are we expecting into turn one today? What does Zach Brown let you do?
We're free to do whatever, just not touch. But yeah, we're both competitors, we're both racers, and we both want to win. So yeah, we'll see.
Stay warm. Good luck in the race.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Lewis, just in these first few corners, we've seen an incredible amount of support for you. The roar down Melbourne Walk this morning as well has been insane, all the way over the other side of the world. What is it like, especially as your first day as a Ferrari driver?
Oh, it's been incredible this first few months, and then to be here and to see the crowd here. Yeah, it's been really enjoyable. I mean, the weather's been crazy. It's been so warm and beautiful weather for the whole week, and then today woke up and just grey, like England weather, but a little bit warmer. But the support is insane. I think this looks like the biggest crowd we've ever had here. It gets bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah, it feels packed out. What was it like when you woke up this morning? Did you sleep very well? Had some nerves? Because there must be so much built-in excitement inside for your first race as a Ferrari driver.
Yeah, I know I didn't feel nervous. I woke up quite early. I couldn't sleep too long. Woke up early and I looked across the city, and you know, such a pretty city, this one, Melbourne. And I think I got a really great view of like the train station and the river, and no, just like contemplating. Like I was messaging with my brother, I was messaging with my family and my mum. You know, it's just very surreal for us, and we're incredibly grateful for this opportunity. You know, it's even in the garage yesterday, my dad's like, "Wow, we're in Ferrari." Dude. You know, just having to keep reminding ourselves. Not that you don't get reminded because it's red everywhere, but it is phenomenal to be here and have this different experience, which as I said, I'm really grateful for, and I hope today. You know, I'm just building with the team constantly. Today's a new experience again. Everything's the first at the moment. Time for me, so I'm hoping today. I've never driven the car in the rain, so understanding the settings, the communication with the team, the strategy that they run is different, and so we'll be learning on the fly. But I hope it can be a good day.
But the good thing is you're always good at the wet, Lewis, and I know that you don't know this car very well, but from P8, with these conditions, you can try and do something special maybe.
I mean, there's always that, you hold on to that hope, and you hope so, for sure. I think getting the tyres working today, and as I said, I've got the 4 laps or 3 laps of the grid for my first time in the rain with this car to really feel and hopefully see if I can get on top of it as early as possible. But I'm sure through the race, just going to progress more and more. We haven't had a race here in the rain for a long time as well, so it's going to be challenging for everyone, but should be fun.
Well, wishing you the best of luck. Good luck today. Thank you.
Well, Max, at the start of the weekend, you didn't seem too happy with your car, but things seem to have been trending in the right direction. And you're happy here today, and you're happy that we've got some precipitation coming down.
Yeah, it's again very different to the rest of the other days that we had here. So it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be quite hectic, I think, for everyone, but hopefully also exciting at the same time.
I keep thinking of Brazil last year, from 17th on the grid in the rain all the way to first. You're in third, starting third today. So what can we expect from Max Verstappen fighting these two McLarens who have really laid down a marker so far this season?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, every wet race is very difficult. It's very slippery, so we have to remain calm. It's also the beginning of the season, so it's important to just score points also. But when there is an opportunity, I'll of course go for it.
I love this. When we're going around waving to the fans, everyone's so nice, chatty, having a good time. How different is it when you get into that car, put the visor down for the first race of the season?
Well, I think what is nice, we all get on very well. We have a lot of respect for each other, but of course, naturally, when we go in the car, we try to beat each other, and I think that's how it should be. But I think it's a good group of people and drivers that we have at the moment in F1.
And ready to rock when it gets going. Now, mate, could you give us a note to the fans in Dutch, please?
Ja, het was tot nu toe denk ik wel een redelijk weekend voor ons. Natuurlijk derde plek is niet verkeerd. En vandaag natuurlijk met de regen maakt het allemaal wat moeilijker voor iedereen. Maar ik kijk er natuurlijk wel naar uit.
Thanks, mate. Go well.
Kimi, I imagine this has been the day you've been waiting for a long time. Your first Formula One Grand Prix. How did you feel when you woke up this morning?
I mean, the night was not super easy, to fall asleep and to have a normal sleep, just because of the thought that today I'm going to do my first ever race. But, it's very, very exciting. I mean, I've been waiting for this moment since I was a kid. And, of course, yesterday was not the session we wanted to do, but, today is a new day, and we'll try to build something good from there.
I know that you've never driven a Formula One car in the wet, so you've got a big challenge ahead of you, but how are you feeling just about what the opportunity is out there? Because you seem like a fast learner, Kimi.
Well, last year I had the chance to drive it like once or twice, but, it's fun. I really like the rain, and, it's good because it's quite tricky, but it's a good feeling, and in the past I always liked it, so I'm really looking forward for today.
Well, best of luck today. Can I just get a few words in your own language as well?
Beh, diciamo che il giorno è arrivato e sono veramente contento e non vedo l'ora di iniziare la gara. Le condizioni sono abbastanza difficili perché piove, però credo che comunque tutto può succedere, quindi bisogna stare tranquilli i primi giri, però credo che si potrà fare una bella gara.
Great stuff. Good luck today, Kimi. All the best. Thank you.
Well, Ollie Behrman, it has been a tough weekend for you, but how is this? It's raining here in Melbourne, but they're still out worshipping you guys as you drive around. It's got to give you a buzz ahead of your first official race as a full-time F1 driver.
Yeah, it's really nice. First of all, the weather isn't great, that's for sure. But the support from the fans is incredible, despite the weather. To see so many people out there supporting us is fantastic.
For you, how much have you had to, I guess, pick yourself up off the canvas after a tough start, which just seemed to unravel and unravel? So what's the mindset for you heading into this race?
Yeah, it's been a tough weekend. I think the main goal will be just to do the laps, collect as much data as we can for future races. We're not performing as we expected to heading into the weekend,
and it's been a tough one compared to the test in Bahrain.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully it dries first of all, and then we can have a good race.
Have you done any running in the wet in this car of yours?
Not this one, but I did the race in Brazil last year, which was pretty similar to this, just getting covered in rain. So at least I've had the opportunity to do that. Yeah, it'll definitely be an interesting race.
I'll let you go and try and get covered up because it's getting heavier out here. Go well, mate.
Isaac, the wind has really just picked up, the rain has really picked up, but how are you feeling about your debut in Formula One, just outside the top 10?
Feeling happy, at the same time bit of pressure, in these conditions. It's not easy as a rookie, but I don't know, it's going to be, I guess, really exciting.
The car pace has been so strong all weekend. I know you haven't had a ton of time in the car, but do you think it's feasible to be fighting for points today?
I mean, we know the car pace in the dry is really strong. In the wet, we have no idea. So I guess we'll learn during the race. We'll find out.
What's your strategy for those first few corners?
No damage. No damage. That would be my strategy, yeah. And then see how it goes.
Great stuff. Best of luck for the rest of the day. Yuki, if I can just bring you in. Magic Yuki, I guess I should call you. Firstly, I felt really bad for you that they put you on the back row for the photo.
Oh, yeah, I know. Right behind George. Thanks for that. Yeah, I'm sure you guys do an extra Photoshop for that, but yeah, kind of get used to it for now. 5th year, it's kind of get used to it, yeah.
How are you feeling about starting from P5 today? I know you probably would have wanted a dry race after such a great quali, but you've always gone well in the wet, and this car, a quick car in the dry is normally a quick car in the wet. How are you feeling about today?
Exactly. I mean, that's why also we prepared for the rain condition as well. We're not fully focused on dry condition in terms of setup as well. So, in general, with the car and also for myself, the confidence is quite high. And yeah, we just have to survive like this kind of condition. This kind of wind also makes a lot of player to the race. So, yeah, I stay focused and let's see how it goes.
Wishing you the best of luck. Can I just get a few words in your own language to finish, please?
何人かもうすでに日本人の方をお見受けして、もうこの雨の中、応援に駆けつけてくださった皆様、そして本当に、昨日から応援してくれた皆さんに本当に感謝したいです。今日頑張りますので、ぜひ応援お願いします。
Great stuff. Good luck, Yuki. Thank you.
Well, Alex Albon, it's good weather for ducks, isn't it? What about motor racing? How important is experience for a race like this, first one of the season, and it's coming down from above?
Yeah, I would say I feel for the rookies a bit here. None of us have really driven the wet tyres at all for a long while, but also these tyres are totally different themselves. We have no idea what these new wets and new winters are going to be doing. Yeah. On top of that, it's a street track, a high-speed track. There's paint lines everywhere. The grip's going to be extremely low. Visibility is going to be low. A good start to your Formula One rookie season.
What about for someone like you with that experience? I mean, you had such an amazing performance yesterday, but how nerve-wracking is it to kick off the season when everyone wants to lay down a marker and it's conditions like this?
I enjoy it. Yeah, no nerves. Just get ready to get going. I think it's going to be a race where we just have to be open-minded. There's going to be incidences. There's going to be all kinds of strategy involved. You might feel like you're out of it at one part of the race. You're going to be in it a few laps later. So just keeping it on the track and keeping focused on yourself and see what happens.
Mate, well done yesterday. Good luck today. Hope it goes well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gabby, an incredible performance yesterday in quali to get out of Q1. I know the conditions are tricky and no one really knows what's going to happen, but you must be taking so much confidence into your debut Grand Prix after that performance yesterday.
Yeah, it was a solid one. I think obviously in Q2 I pushed a bit too hard and trying to make a very good lap. To try a Q3 maybe. It didn't pay off, but yeah, solid result in Q1, decent lap. Managed to go to Q2 in my first quali ever, so very happy with that. Happy with how I'm feeling with the team and the car and how we are working together. I think that's the important bit.
What's the strategy today in conditions obviously you've just not really experienced in Formula One machinery?
Honestly, in the wet, I don't know. I mean, just, try to keep it on track. Everything can happen. It's a straight circuit, so it's not easy. There's a lot of white lines around the circuit, so it can be very, very slippery. But I think, just keeping it on track, trying to be quick. But, as I said, the most important is to finish the race, get the experience on board, and everything can happen. Maybe we can secure some points.
Well, best of luck doing that. Can I just get a few words in your own language to finish, please?
Sure. Obrigado a todos os brasileiros, beijão a vocês. Torçam muito por mim hoje. Tá na chuva, então é do jeitinho que a gente gosta e vamos ver o que dá pra gente fazer.
Thank you very much. Good luck today, Gabby. Thank you.
Well, Liam, it is the Australian Formula One Grand Prix, but there's a lot of Kiwi flags out there. Are you feeling the love and support? It's almost Kiwi weather, isn't it?
It's, this is not Kiwi. I mean, to be fair, this is kind of Kiwi weather sometimes. It's, I'm amazed, honestly. It's very, very cool to come here and see the amount of New Zealand flags around. Also on Melbourne Walk in the mornings to see everybody. Yeah. It's close to a home race, so it's pretty cool.
Okay, I know you've got 11 Formula One races under your belt, but how nerve-wracking is this as a, say, quasi-rookie coming into this one when it is wet to kick off the season?
It's definitely tough. I think obviously we had a really tough day yesterday, not doing P3 and then going into qualifying and playing catch up. I made a big mistake, and honestly we probably would have been fine if I just kept it on the track. So that one was on me, and it's put us in a really bad place today. So I'll obviously try and move forward, but it's going to be a tricky one.
Okay, we saw what Max did from 17th on the grid in Brazil. I know that was a Herculean drive from him, but seriously, what are you trying to achieve in this one? How far up do you think you can go?
Oh, look, we would obviously love to score points. That's the goal, and I shouldn't be starting where I'm starting. So that's really the expectation coming into the weekend at least. But with today's conditions and everything like that, honestly, anything's possible. So we'll try and make it work. But I'm just going to try and move forward. Honestly, we need more laps in the car, and I'll probably treat it a bit like a testing session.
Yeah. Okay, mate. Best of luck today.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Carlos, this might be the most windy interview we've ever done together. You're doing a good job to hold on to the umbrella. Great job in quali yesterday to get both cars into the top 10. You obviously won here last year. You know how to go fast around here. What do you think you can do around?
Yeah, absolute scenes right now here in Melbourne with the weather. But yesterday, honestly, as a team, we had a really good day. On a personal level, I didn't put a lap together in Q3, which cost me quite a lot of positions. But I know that will come with more races and more experience with the car and the team. So far, it's been a great start, and today I'm ready to capitalize on that.
I know that you've still got so much to learn with this new car, but it feels like it's coming quickly at least. How much of an attack can you launch today in these wet conditions, or do you still not really feel like you know the car well enough?
Yeah, I've been quick enough with the car from the beginning, and that gives me confidence moving forward. It's 24 races, so I just know it will come with time. And now, get the races going, especially the first quarter of the year, get the races in and learn as much as possible. And I think we can also progress a lot.
In terms of when it is these unpredictable conditions, like very windy as we can see right now, how do you go about planning it? It must feel like very different in every corner you enter.
Yeah, I have no clue because I've never driven this car in windy conditions like this. I've never driven this car in the wet. So you can imagine in everything I'm going to be learning is going to be in from lap 1 onwards. So it's going to be steep learning curve, a lot of brain power used in those first laps to try and understand and adapt to everything that's going on.
And just a few words in your own language to finish, please.
Sí, ayer no tuvimos nuestro mejor día en la clasificación. La verdad que venía haciendo un fin de semana muy bueno, muy rápido para un equipo nuevo y la Q3 no fue como pensaba o como queríamos, que no hice muy buena vuelta, pero estamos listos para hoy. Creo que he ido rápido todo el fin de semana y con estas condiciones cualquier cosa puede pasar.
Great stuff. Thanks, Carlos. Good luck today.
Well, Oscar, we are here quite literally soaking in the atmosphere, aren't we? Because it is wet, it is damp. But how about this support for you? How amazing. Does it make you a little nervous, or does this just make you want to push and get that win today?
It makes me want to push even more. It's been an incredible weekend, and yeah, thanks to the crowd for sticking out the weather. It's going to be a pretty wild day, I think. So no, I'm excited to see what we can do. Obviously, the first part of the weekend's been pretty incredible for the whole team, and yeah, excited to see what we can try and do today.
Oscar, you were this close to your first pole position. What, 8/100ths of a second behind your teammate? Is it time for a bit of payback out there into turn one? What can we expect?
I mean, if there's a chance to try and win the race, I'm going to try and take it. It's as simple as that. So let's see what we can do.
The buzz is just amazing, isn't it? I mean, a message for these guys who have come out in the wet. They've got their ponchos on. I've never seen so much papaya around Melbourne. So a message for these guys out here who are not going to stop yelling and screaming for you.
Yeah, thanks for all the support so far. It's been an incredible weekend, and yeah, again, thanks for sticking out the weather. Hopefully we'll get some drier running in later, but no, it's going to be a pretty special race. So thanks for coming out, and enjoy the race.
Oscar, he is feeling the love. Can he get on the podium? Can he win it? We'll find out. Best of luck in this one today, mate.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks, everyone.